I'm gonna take a different route with today's video. Normally it's around a fitness question, methodology on training. I had a really good question from a member of our gym. They wanted to know what my gym pet peeves were. You know, we have weightlifting, CrossFit, boxing, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts, wrestling, kick classes. We have all these different dynamics of athletics under one roof. So I have more exposure to things that some gyms may not. So these are just my pet peeves. None of these actually make me mad. When they happen, I kind of just look at it like,
seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
Is the mating call in the gym. It's that individual that when they are lifting, they are making just all the noise they can, but they're grunting and groaning for everybody to look at them. I'm talking about the individual like they're throughout the movement, literally yelling and screaming at the top of their lungs. Totally unnecessary. You can't control your breathing patterns yelling like that through a movement, especially if it's a heavy movement, which is usually when people do it, like it makes no sense. Or if like the guy doing bicep curls.
Ah! Come on, mother! Here we go.
No, we don't need that. I will actually walk over and be like, hey man, it's not necessary. You can stop it. It's somebody that uses a pad on the back of their neck for a back squat. I don't know why I use the word pad, but if you ask me, I call it a tampon. So if you need a tampon for the back of your neck when you're doing back squats, chances are your bar placement's wrong anyway, and we need to work on that. So that's just another thing I'm just gonna laugh at, poke fun at you a little bit, and then we're just gonna move on from it and teach you not to use that. This one, honestly, almost made it into my top 3. This one applies to all dynamics of training that we have at the gym, and it's bad BO. Oh my God. If you know you stink, shower before you come to the gym. That's just it. Like, I know you're gonna have to shower again after you leave, but no one wants to be in a condensed space training with other individuals smelling this. So I'm not gonna hate you for it by no means, but I will have open dialogue with you that, hey man, you should probably shower, you stink. Now for the big ones, the big top 3 pet peeves I have in the gym. Number 1, now this one does irritate me. This is the only one of my pet peeves in the gym, and this comes from an owner and an athlete standpoint that I cannot stand. It actually makes me mad. Is someone with muddy shoes. It's always happened after I've left the gym. The next day I come in and there's muddy footprints throughout the gym on the tiles and the floors. And I'm just like, why would you do that? Muddy footprints. Dude, do not do that. Please, for the love of God. If you know your shoes are muddy, we're an MMA gym too. Get down to your socks, walk to the locker room, put your tennis shoes on. Don't bring in muddy boots. Don't walk through here with muddy shoes. Like oh man. And it's not just me. Any trainer, owner, employee, anyone who works in the fitness industry will tell you they cannot stand muddy footprints in a gym. It's disrespectful. It's disloyal to your community. Just don't do it. Stay away from it. That's the number 1. Coming in at number 2. This is gonna be like, some people are gonna look at me a little odd for this one. My second biggest pet peeve actually comes from the weight room. This comes from a training standpoint, not an ownership standpoint, is someone spotting someone for a back squat. I hate when somebody gets behind you and grab a big old bunch of booby and they're holding you thinking they're gonna brace you. Dude, if I'm back squatting 500 pounds and I break and I go forward, you're not just gonna pull me up. It's a huge pet peeve when people do not teach other people how to bail out of a back squat. And instead they're trying to spot them and brace them and all this other weird shit that they don't need to be doing. So I don't like spotters in the gym. The only thing you should be using a spotter for is bench press. Outside of that, you don't need a spotter on anything in the gym, especially back squats. Learn to bail properly. I've got actual videos of teaching people how to bail out of a back squat, but you do not use a spotter. That's a no-go for me. And I don't even allow it in my gym. If you feel so uncomfortable in our gym that you need a spotter, just don't lift it. That's the rule. Then coming in at number 3 is when you have too many Chiefs and no Indian. Have all these guys. Doesn't matter what type of gym you have. You have a CrossFit gym, a weightlifting gym, a bodybuilding gym, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial. You have all these guys, as soon as they come in day 1 without putting any amount of time, they want to be the guy. But I actually like following. It's fun for me. I like being told, hey, here's a task list of everything to do that day. I love it. But you have all these people that they They just come in, they want to be the guy. Without putting in any time and effort, they want to create this persona about them and do these things. And they want to be the guy without actually putting in the time, work, and effort to do so. Start telling other people how to do things and what they do, and they always want to up-talk themselves and sell themselves a little better, which is fine, but it doesn't set well with me. It leads to people learning bad mechanics, bad habits in training in general. So I try to be very careful about cutting that off a little bit with newer people before it actually starts. There you guys have it. Those are my pet peeves with the honorable mention throughout my gym. Now, granted, like I said, my point of view is going to be a little bit different. It comes from an owner and an athlete standpoint, not just one or the other. So before I made this video, I consulted with some of my employees, my business partner, Chewy, and we talked about different pet peeves. And you would be amazed at how similar a lot of us work. Even when it referred to jiu-jitsu or boxing or mixed martial arts or weightlifting in general, or the whole big picture, not just, we're looking at the macro, not just the micro. That being said, I'd love to hear below, what's your all's pet peeves? Hit me with it. Let me hear what you might have a pet peeve in our gym that I do that I need to be made aware of so I don't do it anymore. I don't like to offend people, but love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. And as always, see you guys in the gym.